Hey guys, welcome back to the Anime Collector. Today I'm here with my friend and fellow YouTuber SamuraiJeff, and I wanted to start a new segment today called History of the Anime Collector, which is just a much cooler way of saying I'm going to be telling you guys some stories. So, about 9 years ago, almost to the day, Jeff and I were going to Anime Expo in 2006, and he was staying over at my house, and we went to day zero, walked right in. This is back when it was in Anaheim. Walked right in, got our badges, and walked out. I mean, it was way different back then compared to how it is now.
Super quick.
But he was staying at my house, and we were like playing video games or watching anime or something, and he turns to me, he's like, you know, I'm getting kind of hungry. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. My parents just went out to get pizza. And he turns to me, he's like,
oh yeah,
he's like,
I totally remember now.
He's like, not pepperoni, right? And I'm like, are you crazy? Of course pepperoni. And he's like, I don't know what it is about pepperoni, but it kind of upsets my stomach, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, you can always pick it off, right? He's like, yeah, okay, sure. Because it was at a point where they had definitely at least gotten the pizza. They had been gone long enough that they had to have been on their way back by then. And I think I called them and I couldn't get through. So
in fact, I think right after we talked, they actually showed up. With
the pizza, they like came through the door.
All right.
And of course, the reason they took so long is because they went to Domenico's on 2nd Street in Long Beach, and the pizza that they got pretty much has no cheese. It's imagine that you took a pepperoni and a cheese grater and you just went through the whole like salami, you know, just all it's shredded pepperoni is all it's on this pizza.
With pepperoni on top. So like me thinking, I was like, oh, I'll just pick the pepperonis off top.
No, there's no pepperonis on top. It's just shredded. It's just shredded pepperoni.
Exactly.
You were being a trooper and you tried to have it.
I ate like 3 actually. I think.
They're delicious.
Yeah,
but
they were good.
So sick, vomiting all night, that I had to go to Anime Expo the next day by myself.
So bad.
Yeah, I know. I felt really bad.
His parents were taking care of me like all day.
So I went to Anime Expo by myself, and this is my first year at Anime Expo back in 2006. So I'm sitting in line for what I thought was to get into the convention, but it was actually the exhibit hall line. And I'm texting the only person that I know is actually there, other than what would have been Jeff coming with me. And that was my friend Chris Chan, and his phone was busted. He had, like, this is back when we had flip phones. Like, I think I had a Razor back then, and his phone was busted, so you couldn't actually see the screen, but he could read the beginning of text messages that were on like the flip part in the front. So he knew his phone really well, so he could respond. And he had a couple typos because he couldn't see, but he could respond by typing it and hitting send, you know, if he was replying to someone. So after a back and forth of not being able to really comprehend exactly what he's saying, I just sent him a text and I said, meet at AX sign, because back then, because he told me he was already inside. So that's how I eventually talked to people around and figured out I was in the exhibit hall line. And back when it was in Anaheim, there's like this one part where, you know, you turn in to drop people off, and there's this big AX sign. So I knew he would know what that was, and I waited over there, and eventually he came and met me, and he was with his friend Craig, and they were there with their friend Megan and her best friend Julie, who's actually my wife, standing over there, who's not gonna come over here. But I met her that year, and I only met her because Jeff got sick, and I've been married to her for 4 years now, and this is our 9th anniversary since we started dating back in 2006.
And you have a 2-year-old too.
Yeah, we have a 2-year-old son. So this guy getting sick really changed the path that my life was on. The people I hung out with, actually, really crazy story, because after I met Julie, I had another friend who I would have spent a portion of the convention at. I would have spent it with him, but he was actually in Hong Kong, and he arrived midway through the convention. So I met him on day 3, and it turned out, I'm like, I turned to Julie, my now wife, and I'm like, I got to go outside. My friend Ryan's getting dropped off in a taxi. And she actually went to elementary school with Ryan, and then that was a little reunion there. And then Ryan was meeting his friend Andrew, and they also went to elementary school with my wife. And then it just ended up being this whole thing that a bunch of people that I was friends with at my high school also went to elementary school with her, and then that whole friendship group formed. And like the people I hung out with after that point was basically all them. And the Anime Collector channel would not exist if it wasn't for Jeff getting sick. So I just wanted to share this story with you guys, and I wanted to thank Jeff for making my life by getting sick and allowing me to meet my wife and have the son that I love so much. Anyway, so you should check out Jeff on YouTube. What's your YouTube channel? Is it just SamuraiJeff?
It's actually youtube.com/SamuraiJeff13. I was trying to get SamuraiJeff.
I know.
But
Mine's Anime
someone else already
DVD
had it.
collector because you just can't get the originals anymore.
Yeah,
Anyway,
too many
guys,
people.
thanks for watching, and I hope to come back with a further installment on this pretty soon.